So one of the best ways that our kids can be kind, good friends is to be includers. People who include others, who welcome others in, who pause and look around and say, oh my gosh, that kid's over there by themselves. They might like to play. Or a kid who's just standing right there but is not engaging. Do you want to play with us? Those are the includers, people who welcome in and include. So it's about pausing what you're doing, actively kind of looking around to see who might need help, who might want to join in, and then inviting them, bringing people together, bringing groups together, saying, hey, let's get a kickball game together. Let's play soccer together. Inviting people to sit. Do you want to sit with us? Can I sit with you? Come join us. You're new here. What's your name? My name is Nicole. Like inviting people in. So those are what includers do. And it's a really powerful thing when our kids can do this, but they need the tools to know how. Case in point, my daughter was at my son's basketball game and she had a whole spread of toys and all this amazing stuff just spread out. She was playing on this little princess computer and she had a magazine out and she was just enjoying herself. And a little girl came over and stood right by her and just smiled at her. My daughter smiled back, and then they smiled and they kept smiling. It was so awkward. It was very sweet, but it was so awkward. They just stared at each other and smiled. My daughter didn't know what to do. I had to give her the words. You can say, do you want to play with me? And she said, oh yeah, do you want to play with me? And the little girl said, yes, of course. And they sat for an hour during this basketball game and they were playing together. But our kids need the words. They need to know how to do this. They need to know what they can say to invite other people in. And this is crucial. It can help the lonely kid or the shy kid or the introverted kid or the new kid who doesn't know anybody, or maybe the kiddo who's been bullied and is having really just confidence issues because they don't think anybody likes them because those bullies' words started to sink in and become their truth. So our kids can invite and include all of those kinds of kids in, and it can make such a difference for just one kid. If you just say, hey, do you want to play with us? Do you want to play with me? Can I join you? You're sitting alone. Is this seat taken? Here, let me scooch over. You can sit next to me on the bus. It is so powerful. It is so powerful. So how do we do this? Well, we can have lots of conversations with our kids about including other people in. Have you ever felt lonely? Have you ever felt like nobody wanted to play with you? It doesn't feel good. So you have the power to change that for someone else. You can say, hey, come sit with us. Do you want to sit with us? Do you come in, come join us? Yeah, of course, come in. We have that power to invite other people in. So at the end of the day, we can say, who did you include today? As they're getting out of the car, who are you going to include today? And if our school has a buddy bench, and I don't know if your school has one, but it's a place where kids can go and sit, that they want somebody to come up and say, hey, come play with me, invite me to join in. If your school has a buddy bench, remind your kids to go and check that bench. If somebody's sitting there, invite them to play. Now, here's the disclaimer when it comes to being includers. Our kids don't have to be friends with everyone. We know this. They need to be friendly, but they don't have to be friends with everyone. With that being said, they can invite people that they don't know well. They don't have to only spend time with their friends. They can invite someone new into the group, and maybe they'll become friends and maybe not. They don't have to do this though if this child that's off by themselves is the one who's mean to them or unkind or bullies them. They don't have to reach out to those kids. But if it's somebody they don't know, or if it's somebody that they kind of know, or they're in class together, or maybe they're in science together, or they've seen each other on the playground, encourage them to invite others in. And for our teens and our tweens, this comes down a lot to body language. So if you've ever seen a group of kids standing together, they'll kind of edge their body away. And if a kid is standing right here and my shoulder's here, that is a clear, you are not welcome. So I'm working with my daughter to just turn your body. It just makes it so that people feel welcome. It includes people in. This goes for mom groups as well. So moms, we are some of the worst at it. We turn our bodies and we're talking to our friends and we don't realize there's another mom standing right here by herself, feels lonely and left out. If we just turn our bodies, it physically invites people in. If we help, oh, you're in music class with so-and-so. Oh, you guys both really like this. Including them, and I'm walking our tweens and eventually our teens through this to open your body, invite people in, include, and then avoid those inside jokes and the secrets and the whispers when you're all together with somebody new. So how do we help our kids through this? I have a whole ebook on how to walk our kids through being an includer, step-by-step guide. But cliff notes, really quick, you can remind them as they're getting out the car, as they're running out the door, what are our 2 family rules? Don't forget to include someone today. Invite someone to join in. I send lunchbox notes with my kids, and here's a couple of them. Let's see. Can you sit with someone you've never sat next to before? And is there someone who is sad? Can you cheer them up? Whose day can you make a little bit better today? How can you show kindness to the person sitting across from you? So these are things in the lunchroom. You're the kind of kid who stands up for others. Who needs your help? So getting them to just pay attention, to look around, see who's maybe feeling lonely, see who's sitting by themselves. Helping others feels good. Can you help a classmate today? So just little notes to help remind them to be looking for kids who maybe need a little extra kindness. We also use includer bingo. So here's a blank copy. So what we do is we put in our my kids' classmates' names. So we use a yearbook or we use a class list, and we put in random names all over. And then every day I challenge them, invite somebody off of this list to play with you that you maybe have never played before. We really try to keep their friends' names off of this. And then they can play, X, they can play Blackout, they can get 5 in a row, they can do it however you want to play the game, including new people, inviting new people in. And then when they get back in the car or when they get home from the bus, ask them, who did you play with today? Who did you include? Whose day did you make just a little bit better by being an includer? So when our kids leave our house, they're no longer in our circle of influence. They're spending more time out there. So helping them remember to stay kind when they're not with us can be tricky. But these strategies, reminding them before they leave us, following up when they come back to us, putting little notes in their lunchbox, or if they're older, texting them a little note, reminding them, hey, who can you be kind to today? How can you be amazing today? How can you lift someone up today? And then follow up, who did you lift up today? Whose day did you make better just by being you, by helping, or by being compassionate, or by cheering them on, or making them feel better if they were hurt or sad? Having these conversations with them, challenging them, who can you include today? Who can you go play with? And it's so powerful. It's even more powerful than being just kind, because this is, you're pausing what you're doing, you're getting out of your self-centered little mind, you're looking around, seeing who needs help, and then going for it. And it's so spectacular.